center, right?
Yes,
ये
sir.
vertically above होगा इसके, right? And fault is basically the fracture that develops. It is the fracture or zone of fractures that is between the two plates. दो plates के बीच में fracture develop हो रहा है, right now. Okay. Now earthquake travels in the form of waves, right? Just like sound travels in the form of waves, right
Yes,
now.
sir.
So similar to that, earthquake also travels in the form of waves, and those waves are called as seismic waves, right? And the area which are more closer to the focus or to the epicenter will be getting maximum damage,
Yes, sir.
right? So one moves as you move away from epicenter, so thereby the magnitude of the earthquake will also start decreasing. Getting it?
Yes, sir.
So these are the terminologies associated to it. Any doubt in this, please do let me know.
No, sir.
Okay, sometimes the distance between the epicenter and focus is also called as focus depth.
Yes, sir. Seismic depth.
Seismic depth भी हम कह सकते हैं. Getting it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why others haven't joined today? I think knowing that today is going to be a test, everyone should have joined the class. Okay, so that is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay, but before we move on, do tell me, this is the cloud. Okay, this is A, this is B, this is ground, C. Tell me the charges. What are the charges of A,
So
B,
we'll
and
take.
C? Both of you can answer, starting from you, Arhan.
Say A is positive charged.
Okay,
Then B is negatively charged.
then,
Then C is positively charged.
okay, is that correct, Arham?
Yes, sir.
Okay, positive, negative, and then positive.
Positive.
Good. Okay. By the way, few important things should have been discussed regarding lightning. Who else has joined, by the way? Like lightning is having some advantages for us also. Like one of the
Yes,
most
sir.
common, we know, nitrogen fixation.
Nitrogen fixation.
Hmm. Yeah, Mo, assalamu alaikum. So one of the usefulness of lightning is that it helps in nitrogen fixation also. Nitrogen fixation में help करता है. Okay, how does it help in nitrogen fixation? That is the question.
Sir,
Should
it's
I?
break the hydrogen and it breaks the nitrogen atoms to nitrate and ammonia acid so that the plants can absorb it.
Okay. So see basically what happens now.
Should I say?
Yeah, Ram.
So first, the nitrogen reacts with oxygen to form oxides of nitrogen.
Good.
Then oxides of nitrogen, then they react with H2O present in the clouds,
To
and then they
form an
form.
acid.
Yes, sir. Nitric acid.
Hmm.
And then as they pour down into the soil, they react with the salt to form nitrates.
Good.
And then the plants take them and consume them in the form of nitrates.
Very good. Very good. Okay, no. So basically what happens, the you get to see that lightning will be basically it will lead to combination of nitrogen and oxygen in the air, right? Further, during rain, what will happen now, this will combine with water to form nitric acid. So first of all understand that the bond between nitrogen is broken. नाइट्रोजन के बीच में बॉन्ड है, getting it like this,
Yes.
ये इसे हम बॉन्ड कहते हैं. Okay, now so this bond will be first broken, so thereby now you have got free nitrogen atoms. आपके पास free nitrogen atoms है.
Yes, sir.
So free nitrogen atoms are there, so thereby now nitrogen will be combining with oxygen to form nitrates,
Oxides of nitrogen.
oxides of nitrate. So either it will be nitrite or nitrate. Further, if there is a rainfall, so that will again combine with water to form, let me erase these things first, to form nitric acid.
Yes, sir.
Right now, and then it will, when it goes down in the soil, when the rainwater falls upon soil, so in the soil, you know, minerals are present, salts are present. So thereby
Yes, sir.
it will now be combining with the salts. Getting it now, right?
Yes, sir.
So again, for the second time, now it forms nitrates.
Yes, sir.
Let me repeat. The bond between the nitrogen molecule is broken down. So thereby you have got free nitrogen. So it will be reacting with oxygen to either form nitrate or nitrite. To form nitrate or nitrite.
Yes, sir.
Right. Further, due to rainfall, it will be combining with water to form nitric acid. And when it pours down on the soil, so thereby it will now be reacting with the salts in soil to form nitrates again, and then it will be taken up by the um, plants.
There is
Getting it now?
ammonia also formed.
Ammonia is not formed in this process. Okay now.
Yes, sir.
And then there was some other usefulness of lightning also. Like okay, lightning also breaks oxygen. Lightning also breaks oxygen. Getting it now? So see,
Yes, sir.
basically in lightning, what happens due to huge amount of charges that have built up in the cloud. So this will be doing what? This will break up oxygen into free atoms. Oxygen molecule free atoms will break हो रहे हैं. So thereby now oxygen will combine, this free atom of oxygen will now combine with oxygen to form ozone.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Getting it now? So huge amount of electrical discharge is seen there. Okay. So thereby oxygen molecule is broken into free atoms of oxygen. Thereby it will again react with the same oxygen molecule to form ozone. And ozone significance everyone knows. It
Yes, sir.
absorbs ultraviolet rays.
UV rays.
Right now. So these are the
Yes.
things about it. Who else has joined? Yeah, Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum. Everyone try to join the class at the given time, guys. Okay, let's moving further. By the way, those of you who have joined late, I did told about these terms here: epicenter, focus, and fault, and then seismic waves. So the origin of the earthquake, the origin where earthquake originates, that is called as focus. The vertical point above the focus, that is called as epicenter, right? And the cracks that develops between the two plates, that is called as fault, right? And earthquake will be traveling in the form of waves. Hence, you have the seismic waves.
Yes,
So
sir.
that is the thing. Okay. Okay. Let me ask one more question. Do tell me. I have see core, mantle, and then this is crust. Now do tell me what is A, what is B, what is C? I'm asking about the composition here.
So we will tell.
Everyone has to say. Let's say now. मैं assign करता हूँ. A, Arhan, you tell me. B, Moaz and Ahmed. Both of you will tell me. And C, Arham, you tell me.
So A is knife, also known as nickel and iron.
Nickel and iron.
Iron.
Good. Very good.
Knife.
Knife. Then Moaz and Ahmed. What is the composition of mantle?
The stone.
Not in
Rock.
that terms. Okay, that is there in the mantle form. That is true. Okay, but talking about like you have like okay, what are the important minerals found in it in terms of the composition of the mineral?
Sir,
So that is
petroleum.
what I'm asking. Petroleum. What are the elements found in it? Important elements found in it in mantle. Just like Arhan said, knife. That is basically nickel and iron. So nickel
Second,
and iron are found in good amount in core. Let them try also. Let them try first. See. So what type of minerals are found in mantle? I hope both of you were present in previous class of this chapter. You were not. Was you were not?
Yes, sir.
So do tell me. While Arham, you tell me then about C. What is the composition of C?
It consists of silicon and magnesium. See, ma'am.
No, sir.
No. It
It's
consists of
silica and aluminium.
silica and aluminum. So that is Sial, SiAl. Silica, aluminum, right?
Yes.
Nickel, iron. Okay. So this one is, remember, knife,
Sima.
Sima, and Sial.
Yes,
So
sir.
silicon and magnesium, not manganese. It's magnesium. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Ma is for magnesium. Manganese Mn hota hai. Okay. So these things we also studied. You guys can remember some of the names of the plates, although it is not there in NCERT, I believe, but still you can remember the name of some of the plates. Like Eurasian plate, just look at the position where these major plates are. Eurasian plate is here. This is the Indian plate. Arabian plate is here. African plate, Australian plate. Getting it now? Then South American plate, North American plate. So like this, you have several tectonic plates. So these things we have discussed. Now, one of you asked me about the active volcano in India. So in India, there's only one active volcano that is in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. That is the Barren Island. Barren Island volcano. Okay, now.
It's active.
It was seen that it erupted in 1994, and then again it erupted in 2018, and it has been continuously erupting since 2018 to 2023, I believe, right now. So recently it has been active. Recently it has been active. All right now.
Yes, sir.
So that was the last time when it erupted in
Sir,
2023 in the
do
month of December, I
volcanoes
believe.
and islands cause tsunamis?
Do volcanoes in islands can cause tsunami?
Yes, sir.
No, I don't think volcanoes can cause tsunami.
The volcanoes do not cause tsunamis.
No,
Earthquake
no.
does.
Earthquake can cause, and earthquake inside the ocean can cause tsunami, and it causes tsunami.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no. And there is some other easterly winds are also there. Like you might have heard of El Nina or El Nino. Have you heard of these winds?
No, sir.
Okay, if not, then leave it. Okay, and we are not going to waste time over that. Okay, so that is the thing. So that is the thing over here. Now, types of earthquake. These types of earthquake, basically, here causes of earthquakes can be following, which we have already discussed. I showed you some news outlets also. By the way, these were the two bombs that were dropped on Hiroshima and
Hiroshima,
Nagasaki.
Nagasaki.
Fat man and a little man.
Fat Man and Little Man. So
Little
the
man.
first one that you see over here, that is the Fat
Fat
Man,
man.
and this is the
Little man.
Little Man.
It was
Okay,
dropped on Hiroshima.
Hiroshima and
Nagasaki.
Nagasaki, right?
Sir, which was more effective
Which was
and how?
more effective?
Yes, sir.
That we will have to look into. Both of them were very disastrous, but which caused more damage, we will have to look into the data.
Yes, sir.
All right now. So, by the way, this was like, if I were to ask you, when was the World War One? When World War One started?
Sir, 1914 to 1919.
1940. World War One started with the 1914, continued till 1918.
19.
18. Okay, now to be specific, 11th November of 1918 the continue.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
What about World War Two? When did
And
it started?
so 1939 to 1945.
Very good. 1939 to 1945.
First
Okay, no?
September and 2nd September.
Correct. Okay. By the way, these two bombs were dropped in during which war?
Say, World War II.
World War Two में drop किया गया था. Getting it now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, if I were to ask you, like, how basically nuclear bomb functions, basically, ये
Nuclear
function
fusion.
In fact, both takes place inside. This nuclear fission bhi hota hai and nuclear fusion also happens. Fission and fusion both. Okay. So see, understand the concept of fission. In fission, basically what happens? An atom splits.
Yes, sir.
An atom will be splitting. As simple as that. While in fusion, what will happen? The atoms will be joining. In that manner, you can understand it. Getting it now? And while in this process, huge amount of energy is released. Okay.
It also.
Hmm. Okay. By the way, in social sciences, you must have heard of terms like Axis Alliance. World War के हम बात करते हैं. Axis Alliance. Which countries were part of this? Adolf Hitler was leading these countries in the war.
Sir, there were two, right? Axis and
Axis Bita, and there was one more. Axis and Allied powers, I think.
Germany, Japan, and Italy.
Germany, Japan, and Italy. Very good. So, एक party थी the Allies, okay ना? And the another one was Axis.
Axis.
Which party lost in the second World War?
So Axis Alliance.
Axis Alliance lost. Okay. So Axis consisted of three parties or three countries, you can see. Basically, you had Germany.
So the second one was Soviet Union.
In the second one, Soviet Union bhi tha. Apart from Soviet Union, Britain was also in it. China was also.
Yes, sir.
US was. France was also in it. Let me write it actually. Germany, Italy, and Japan.
Japan
Okay.
came late.
Japan later on. Japan also joined.
Yes.
Okay, no. In fact, the whole I mean to say, the maximum damage that any country bore was Japan actually. Hiroshima and Nagasaki pe bomb drop kiya gaya. Okay, in the allies you had Britain,
USA, Britain, France,
US,
China.
France, China, and most important USSR. That is Russia.
Yes, Russia.
Okay. Anyways, so now in order to measure the power of the earthquake, we have designed a scale.
Seismograph.
Richter scale.
Seismograph is the device. Richter scale is the scale basically. Okay, now
Yes, sir. To measure the magnitude of the earthquake.
to measure the magnitude of the earthquake, we have developed it, right? So you must have heard on Richter scale, that is the magnitude of it. So actually, from that you can identify the severity of the earthquake.
Yes, sir.
So the power of the earthquake is expressed in terms of
0 to 10.
magnitude on a scale. An earthquake with a magnitude greater than 7 is very destructive in nature, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we will understand about this, but first of all, let's understand about seismograph as well. Okay, no?
It functions via bob, right? Pendulum bob.
Seismograph.
Not a pendulum bob, I would say. Basically, there's a heavy weight that looks like a bob-like structure. Okay, now basically it is
Pen attached to it.
pin attached to it now, and as the um, drum rotates now, thereby it will be making
Seismograph.
drawing on the graph.
Yes, sir.
Seismograph कहते हैं. So earthquake, as you know, it will be producing shock waves, जिसे हम seismic waves कहते हैं.
Yes,
And
sir.
this
Yes,
will be
sir.
traveling in all the directions throughout the earth, and when it reaches the surface, we will be feeling it. So seismograph, let me show you these things. By the way, I hope this is clear, right? Basic things here.
Yes, sir.
So when the seismic waves reaches us now, when it reaches us, we will be feeling it. And how do we measure? How do we measure the earthquake? By the help of a seismograph. So it is an instrument. It is an instrument which measures and records the magnitude of the earthquake.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
How in terms of the shock waves it will be producing. Right?
Yes, sir.
So that is the thing over here. And how does it record it? On this paper. ये graph paper होता है.
So
On
this
this
is
it will be
seismograph.
recording.
Due to the vibration, it records.
Exactly. That is a seismograph. Let me show you an animation that will clear it. Okay, now you can look at this image as well here. let's first understand the structure of it. So via a string, there's a pendulum bob that is suspended over here, as you were saying, Arhan. Okay, now basically, I was not talking about oscillation here because the concept of oscillation will not be applied here. It looks like a pendulum bob. It is a pendulum bob, but ये oscillation पे काम नहीं कर रहा है.
Yes, sir.
Anyways, so when the tremor will be felt by the seismograph, so thereby it will be the pen will start making drawings over this chart paper, or more specifically, it's a graph paper,
Yes,
right
sir.
now. Now, looking at the pattern of the drawing, we determine the magnitude of the earthquake. Have a look at this animation that should clear it more.
We know that earthquakes cause tremors on the earth. The tremors produce waves on the surface of the earth. These are called seismic waves. Seismic waves are recorded by an instrument called the seismograph. The instrument is simply a vibrating rod or a pendulum, which starts vibrating when tremors occur. A pen or a marker is attached to the vibrating system. The pen records the seismic waves on a paper which moves under it. Trigger a mock earthquake on the table to see the seismograph in action. We can see that the pendulum tip records the earthquake on a graph sheet. In this activity, we have seen the recording of seismic waves caused by earthquakes.
See how the graph is drawn when the magnitude is too much.
So why is the magnet placed there?
This magnet, why it is placed over here? See. This magnet over here, no? Look over here. I think the functioning of the magnet here is now basically, I think in order now, I think I will have to look into it now. I will have to look into it. Not sure about it, so I won't be saying anything on it. Okay, no.
Yes, sir.
So that is how it is basically functioning, right? Okay, hope it is clear.
Sir, it's the chart paper in a rotating drum seismogram.
Seismogram. It is like basically it is basically a graph paper. It's like that. Okay,
Yes, sir.
and as the tremors shakes the whole instrument, so basically the pen will be drawing graph over it.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
now so I think that is the thing about it. Talking about Richter scale, what is a Richter scale?
Sir,
Sir,
a
it is
scale used to measure the earthquake's magnitude.
Exactly, so basically it is a scale on which we express the magnitude of the earthquake, right? So it's a series of numbers starting from, actually
0 to
it is actually from 1 to 12. In some cases it is usually 1 से 12 तक होता है. Okay, no? So just like the decibel scale is there in order to measure the loudness of a sound, so thereby you have a Richter scale also, right? But the thing is that Richter scale is not a linear scale. Understand it. If I were to say that, let's assume that the magnitude of earthquake on the Richter scale shows 2. It reads 2. So it means that it is not 2 times as strong as an earthquake of magnitude 1. ऐसा नहीं कि 2 गुना strong होगा. But a difference of 1 on the Richter scale shows that the next earthquake is 100 times greater than the previous one. It is
yes, sir.
100 times stronger than the previous scale, previous magnitude. Getting it, guys, what I'm trying to say?
Sir, it is written 10 times, sir.
Yes?
Sir, in the slide it is written 10 times.
Each level is 10 times stronger than the previous level. Okay. 10 times then. Okay. So like it's a 10 times ka difference.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Mhm. So for example, if I were to say that you take the magnitude of 1 and magnitude 3. So in that case, compare the magnitude. So thereby the earthquake having a reading 3 will be then 100 times greater than 1, 100 times
Yes, sir.
stronger than 1. Or for example, if you were to take 6, so thereby if you were to compare it with 1, thereby it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 500 times stronger than it. Getting it now?
So
Yes,
50
sir.
times.
Basically 500 times you would be saying, not 50 times. Getting it now? Okay, so that is the thing about it, right? So usually it
Yes,
is seen that the earthquakes which is having magnitudes higher than 7 on the Richter scale are very much destructive in nature, right?
yes, sir.
Such type of earthquakes can destroy the whole villages, whole cities. Okay, now. Now the question comes that how do we protect? How are there any ways in which one can protect themselves against the earthquakes?
So
So
we should
usually, Mhm.
stay away from tall buildings while we are outside, and we should stay away from the power outlet cables.
Okay,
Sir, in high
that is
seismic
one. Is it? Mhm.
in high seismic areas, the buildings should be made of light materials so that if the buildings collapse, it should not be damaged for the property and life.
Very good. So usually it is seen that the first thing is that uh, if the magnitude is not that much stronger, so via some preventive measures, the damage can be minimized. But if
Yes,
the
sir.
magnitude of the earthquake is 7, 8, or 9, so then it becomes extremely difficult to avoid the damages. Loss of property and life obviously be there, right now.
Yes, sir.
So, but still, we can take several measures. So, for example, all the houses and the buildings in the seismic zones should be designed and constructed in such a manner that they can withstand the earthquake tremors.
Yes, sir.
That is one thing we can do, right? Apart from that, like in seismic areas, as you were saying, we can make use of mud and wood to construct the buildings, right? Now the
Yes,
building
sir.
should not be made very tall. Getting it now? So thereby, even if there is a earthquake, even if the roofs collapses, the damage will not be that much, right?
Yes, sir.
Or for example, the objects such as heavy mirrors or the photo frames or like wall clocks, etc., they should be mounted securely on the wall in such a manner that they do not collapse, they do not fall in a case of earthquake, right? Now,
Yes, sir.
especially the loose materials in the building causes more damage. Getting it now?
Yes, sir.
All
Like
the
clocks,
buildings, yes,
like
and
clocks and cupboards.
clocks and cupboards, etc., that causes also damages. Especially the taller buildings should have firefighting equipments there, right? Now
Yes, sir.
all the firefighting equipment should be installed in the taller buildings, and it should be ensured that they are in working condition. Why is
Yes,
it
sir.
so? Because in case of earthquake, if the cable lines, if the wires breaks away, uh, so there could be chances of short circuits also that can cause fire also. Getting it now? So
Yes, sir.
those things should be done. Okay, but what about like if someone is at home, what are the measures one can take in order to protect themselves? First thing is that you should take shelter under a heavy table, right?
Yes, sir.
Take shelter under a heavy table, right? For example, stand
Yes, sir.
in the corner of the room like that. Okay, now if
Yes,
there
sir.
is no heavy table around, or if someone is in bed, then we should just move on the bed to be just basically get close to the wall, right? Now
Yes, sir.
get
We should
close to
cover
the
our
wall.
head with pillow.
We should cover our head with something that can protect damage to our head. Basically, with a pillow, you can use that, right?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
or what if someone is outdoors? As Arhan was saying, that we should stay away from taller buildings, or right now, taller buildings or taller trees, or also stay away from power lines. Right now,
Yes, sir. We should move to a open area.
we should move to an open area. Very good. So these are the things which we can do in order to minimize the damage. Okay. So what are
Yes,
the things we studied about earthquake? First of all, we understood that there are several terminologies associated to it. In the last class, we had discussed about the structure of the earth also, right? and due to the
Yes.
development of convection currents in the magma, the tectonic plates, basically the crust is moving, and crust is
Yes.
not just one large piece of it's not a one single plate, it is fragmented into several pieces. So the
Yes, sir.
structure we studied and the various terminologies we studied, these are some of the major tectonic plates of the earth. There are some minor plates also, and there are some major plates also. Like, see, there are some minor plates in it also, like this one, this one, yeah, this one.
Yes, sir.
So the major plates are more important. Eurasian plate, North American plate, African plate, Australian plate, South American plate, Indian plate, and the Pacific plate. If possible, try to remember that.
Yes,
There
sir.
were different causes of earthquake, right? Which we studied. Barrett Island is the only active volcano. Okay, and in last time it erupted in the month of December last year in 2023. Power of earthquake, each level is actually 10 times stronger, not 100. Okay, now so do
Yes, sir.
remember that also. Seismograph, we understood about its working as well. Now talking about like what are some of the active areas in India, what are some areas in India which falls under the seismic zone, right? So if you were to see now, like basically those states that are lying between the
Northeast.
Indus River and the Ganges River.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Also here in the alongside the Brahmaputra River, see all the northeastern states, right? So they fall under high seismic zones. They fall under those zones where seismic activity seismic activity frequently happens, right now.
Yes, sir.
So in India, the areas which are most threatened by earthquake are as follows. You have the northeast, which you can see here, they lie in the zone 5. So where highest amount of seismic activity is observed. Then
Yes, sir.
look at the Kashmir area. See, this one is also highlighted with red color, right?
Yes, sir.
Then look at parts of Rajasthan, parts of Gujarat, right?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
parts of Rajasthan, Gujarat, and in Uttarakhand also, in Himachal Pradesh also, right now. And then look at the second zone, zone 4, okay, now, which is after zone 5, meaning that its magnitude is little bit lesser than the zone 5. Magnitude
Yes,
of
sir.
the earthquake in this zone will be little bit weaker than the zone 5. So all these northern states that will also be coming in it. Getting it now?
Yes, sir. Sir,
So hope that is clear.
it is
Mhm.
shown as Zor 4 for Mumbai, but it
Hmm.
the earthquakes doesn't don't happen frequently there, right?
Where in Mumbai?
Yes, sir. In the Mumbai area, it is orange in color.
Hmm. It is orange in color. This data is released by survey. It is surveys are basically conducted. Okay, now. So in recent times, earthquakes might not be happening there, but if you were to see like earthquakes happened there several times. So based on that data, the map is uh, uh, made, I think. Okay,
Yes,
now.
sir.
So that is the thing over here. So these measures we studied, what we can do, get under desk right now, drive to clear area and avoid taking bridges because the bridges might collapse, right?
Yes, sir.
There are some questions. What is an electroscope?
Sir, electroscope, you have to. This is a test.
No, test will begin in few minutes. This is not test right now.
Okay, sir. Sir, electroscope is an instrument which is used to detect the charge and the nature of a body.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, by the way, there was one more thing in earthquake I forget to tell you. Like nowadays, we make earthquake resistant buildings also,
Yes, sir.
right? So the structure was such that no, like you'd see that uh, spring-like structures are placed beneath the building in order to
Yes, sir.
absorb the shock waves, right now.
Hmm.
So shock absorbers are placed beneath the building like this. shock absorbers like this are placed beneath the buildings. So in case of an earthquake, the tremors are absorbed by the shock absorbers here. Getting it? So that is one way. And then you get to see that light materials are used in the construction of the building. Okay, now.
Yes, sir.
And to further strengthen the building, like see if these are different floors of the building, you will see that cross like I mean to say cross bars would be installed in like this. Basically, steel bars will be installed in them like this in this manner. Okay, and crisscrossing each other, right? So
Yes, sir.
that basically this thing actually reduces the movement in the building. Okay, now.
Yes, sir.
So that is the thing. Okay, let's continue with the question. By the way, Moz, do you have any doubt in the chapter? Arham
No, sir.
and
No, sir.
Arhan? Okay. Okay, first do these questions. I will be asking few. I will be discussing one more thing in the chapter. That is not there in the anxiety, but I will be discussing that. Yeah, what are the different layers of Earth?
The crust, mantle, core.
Okay. What is a seismograph, Moz? What is a seismograph? Hello.
So you're audible.
Yes, sir.
What is a seismograph? By the way, seismogram which you were asking now, Arham, seismogram gram which you were asking now, basically when the record of the earthquake is displayed on a graph paper, on the chart
Yes.
paper, or more specifically, it's a graph paper. So then it is like called seismogram. वो basically seismogram is हम कहते हैं. Getting it now?
Yes, sir.
So basically, seismogram is the paper that is um,
The record.
pasted over the rotating drum. Right,
Yes,
and it is the record actually. इसी पे record होता है. So what is seismograph then? Yes, Moaz, what is seismograph? Yes, you guys answered these two questions. Meanwhile, Moaz, you answer to me. Did you understood about seismograph or not?
The copper wire.
Which one you answering? Second one. Copper by correct. Yeah, Arham. What about you?
Sir,
Moaz,
charge.
very good. Moaz, I believe I'm audible to you. Okay, anyways. See these questions. Anyone can answer these questions. I'm not assigning them. Moment of Earth's
Earthquake.
place causes
Earthquake.
earthquake. Two charged objects are brought close to each other. Choose the most appropriate statement from the given options.
Sir, they may attract or repel depending on the type of charge they carry.
Exactly. Okay, now. Which of the following is not likely to cause tsunami?
Lightning.
Tsunami, it is left to be discussed. I will be, as I said, I will be talking about it.
Lightning, sir.
Lightning will not cause it, right? Okay. Usually we see that in majority of the cases, it has been seen that volcanic eruption is not the major cause, but in rare cases, it can cause. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because in tsunami, you will understand that basically huge amount of pressure difference is created right now. So
Yes.
volcanic eruption can play a role there. Okay. Earthquakes plate responsible for causing earthquake is
Crust of
yes,
the earth.
Yeah, the crust of the earth.
crust of the earth. Good. Okay, let's understand about tsunami. Okay, now I think it's not in your books, by the way.
So it is in mine.
It is
It's,
in there.
it's only one paragraph.
Okay, okay. So, anyways, see, tsunami is a series of waves in a water body, which is caused by the displacement of large volume of water. So, see what happens. Let's say this is now coastal area. Coastal area, you guys understand, right?
Yes, sir.
And see, this is basically what happens. A large amount of water has been displaced towards the coastal area. Either it can be due to earthquakes, either it can be, in some cases, it can be due to volcanic eruptions also.
Yes, sir.
See, so you get to see that huge amount of water has been displaced here, right? Getting it now. So earthquake or the volcanic eruptions, and if there is some underwater explosion that is carried out by the military right now, and if the explosion is very strong, so that can also cause a tsunami right now. Hmm.
Yes, sir.
So have a better understanding with this over here. See, look at the plates over here. Look at this plate where I'm pointing, and look at this plate. This is the oceanic plate, and that is the continental plate. ये है oceanic plate, and that is the continental plate. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so you get to see that one is subducting under the continental plate. So here you get to see, can you see this boundary over the two plates, where the two plates are meeting across onto each other, they are colliding? So that is causing upliftment of the water here. Basically earthquake हो रहा है यहाँ पर. Getting it, guys? So
Yes, sir.
underwater earthquake is displacing huge volumes of water towards the coastal areas, right? And as the waters are approaching towards the coastal area, you get to see that, look at this over here. Look at this sink line. See, when you see now, like if someone were to go to the beach, the person would say like, here the continental plate has ended. But is it here where the continental plate is ending? No.
No, sir.
Continental plate is all the way up to here. यहाँ तक almost है. Getting it now?
Yes, sir.
But due to the deposition of sediments brought by the water, it becomes this much thicker. Right now, sand is and the other sediments are brought by the water towards the shore, towards the coastal area. So thereby, due to this, it is having this. It is this much thicker. So as the water hits towards the shore, it becomes higher and higher in height. So its
Yes, sir.
height increases at its reaches towards the shallow water. Shallow water, you understand, where the depth of water is not that much.
Yes, sir.
So that is what tsunami is. Okay, no? Hope it is clear. Okay. Now, many times tsunami is associated with rainfall also. Tsunami can bring rainfall also. Getting it now?
Yes.
Okay, then. Answer this question. List 3 states in India where earthquakes are most likely to strike.
Sir,
The
Delhi,
Starting
coastal
from
and
starting
Assam.
from starting from Moaz. Yes, Moaz.
Yes, sir.
Answer this question.
Yes, sir.
List 3 states in India where earthquakes can happen. They are most likely to strike.
Stay,
I have
UP.
UP, like you have to consider those areas now which are falling in the zone 5 category of earthquakes, which I gave the examples of in the class. वो आप मुझे आंसर करें. So
Yes,
first of all, you can understand this thing that this is, let's say, our India.
yes, sir.
I mean to say the northern part of India, right? Here
Yes, sir.
Himalayas है यहाँ पर. Here you
Yes,
have the Eurasian plate ना, यहाँ पर Eurasian plate है. So
yes,
there is a one plate over this part, and this is the Indian plate. So both of them are colliding against each other.
yes, sir.
See, have a look at this diagram. See, this is the Eurasian plate here. Okay, now this is the Eurasian plate, and this is the Indian plate. So where the
Yes,
two plates are colliding against each other, जिसे हम fault line कहते हैं. This is the fault line, and the fault line is lying in the Himalayas. So those states which are closer to the Himalayas are most prone to earthquakes. Yes, Arham, what are some examples?
Sir, Jammu Kashmir, Assam, and Delhi.
Okay, Arhan. Hello.
Yes, sir.
What are some examples of those areas which are most prone to earthquakes in India?
So are you asking the seismic zones?
No, I'm not asking the seismic zones. We haven't studied about that. Basically, list me some states which are more likely to be stricken by earthquake.
So Assam,
Okay, basically all the northeast states, Assam, you can count that, and Kashmir, okay,
yes, sir. And Gujarat,
Gujarat, Rajasthan, right now.
yes.
Sir, Rajasthan is not in zone 4. It's in zone 2.
It's in zone 2, but some parts of it is actually it has been seen कि वहाँ पे होता है. Okay,
Yes,
na.
sir.
Actually, the map which I have showed you, it hasn't not been updated recently. Okay, na.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so there are some questions which we did discussed earlier. I think which were from NCERT exam. Okay, na. So I have taken these new questions here. So let's see if we can. You guys can do all those questions in 10 minutes. I think it won't be possible, but still try.
So it's
Okay,
the
na.
test.
We have like just 10 minutes are remaining. Okay, now. So guys, try to answer as many as you can. Or let me give the limit. चलो मैं limit करता हूँ. Okay, let me give only 10 questions. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sir, it's
Okay.
basically this MCQ. Can you just like say?
You guys can say it then, but then the problem is it wouldn't be like a test then. Anyways, I'm going to assign the questions. Okay, but be quick.
Yes, sir.
Be quick in answering. Boss, Arham, and then Arhan.
It's earthquakes.
Just 1 minute. Yes, Arhan.
So it's earthquake
Correct.
and it's lightning.
Sir, copper wire.
Copper wire. I think moments ago we did the same questions.
Yes, sir.
Mhm. Yeah, Moz. An
Sir, the
electroscope is
crust
a
of the earth.
device which is used to find
Sir,
if an
charged
object.
objects.
Good. Yes, two more
Sir, the
questions are
crust
there
of
now.
the earth. Question number 6.
The crust of the earth. Good. Consider the list of terms given below, Moz. Seismic zone, mantle, fault zone, and the inner core. That's a new question. Boundaries of earth plates are known as what? Boundaries of earth plates.
Sir, plates.
No, plate is a different thing.
Yes.
Plate is not even there in the option.
Yes.
There are only 4 options here.
Then seismic zone.
No, look at A, B, C, and D. Out of these 4, you have to answer.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now.
Yes, sir. Then C.
C.
Yes, sir.
Very good. The boundaries of the Earth's plate are known as. So your answers, 1 and 3. Seismic zone is there,
1
but
and
the
2.
thing is like mantle is not there. Now,
So
1 and
it's
2
A
is
option.
correct. Option number A is correct actually, Moz. Okay, now
Yes.
mantle is
Okay.
beneath the plate now. It is beneath the crust. So that
Okay,
can't be
sir.
the answer. Okay. Arham, you answer this one. Arhan, you answer
Sir,
this one.
crust.
Most. That is correct. Good. Major earthquakes are less likely to occur in where?
So which one's mine?
Question number 9.
So
Run of Kutch, by the way, let me tell you, it is in Gujarat actually.
Rajasthan. Yes, sir.
ये run of Kutch यहाँ पर है, and that is the Kathiawar coast.
Sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Moaz.
Sir, 10th question is mine.
10th question is yours.
so it's
Then it is
Rajasthan.
A, sir.
Look, question number 9, how can it be Rajasthan? Rajasthan, as I told you, it is one of the states
Odisha.
which is prone to earthquake. then it's going to be D. See,
Yes, sir. Odisha.
so that is Gujarat. In Gujarat, if you see, this is run of Kutch over here, and that is Kathiawar coast. This is run of Kutch. So it is in Gujarat. So obviously, it is prone to earthquakes. So Odisha is there now. Odisha is in this part of India. See, there is Odisha. Okay. Question number 10. You are answering which one, Moaz?
Sir, A.
A.
Yes, sir.
Earthquakes can cause, yes, tsunami. Yes, it can cause floods also and landslide also. Very good.
Yes.
Good then. Okay, we have few more minutes remaining. So guys, fill these blanks as well. Some objects can be charged by
Rubbing.
rubbing with each other. Very good. Like charges, and then
Repel and unlike charges attract.
very good. Okay, the next two questions, Arhan, you answer these 3 and 4. 5 and 6, Moz, you answer. 7 and 8, again, Arham, you answer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, starting from Arhan quickly.
Say electrostatic charge.
Question number, it's 3, na? The electric charge produced by rubbing is called as electrostatic charge. Very good. Question number 4. When charges move, they
Electric
constitute
current.
an electric current. Very good. Okay, then Moz. Question number 5.
Sir, electroscope.
Electroscope. Very good. Question number 6.
Sir, lightning strike.
Very good. Yes, Arhan. Arham.
An earthquake.
8th,
Richter scale.
Richter scale. Very good. Okay. Look at these questions. Earthquakes occur all the time, all over the world. Is the statement true, guys?
True, sir.
It is true. Question number 2. The plates of the outermost layer of the earth are always in continuous motion. What do you think?
Yes, sir. True, sir.
Second, that is true. Okay, Moz, what about the third statement? Tremors on the earth can also be caused by the eruption of a volcano.
True, sir.
True, very good. Yeah, Arhan, question number 4. The process of electric discharge cannot occur between clouds and the earth. Is that true? Or is
So it's
that false?
false.
It is false. It actually occurs. That's how we get to see lightning.
Yes, sir.
By the lightning was also of 2 types. Do you remember? One that occurs inside the cloud,
Yes,
and
sir.
one that occurs between the cloud and the earth.
So fog lightning and the
It was fork lightning, and there was one more. Anyone remember?
sir, I do not.
There was fork lightning, and in situ lightning, I think it was. Question number 5. Bathing outdoors should be avoided during thunderstorm.
True, sir.
True. Like charges attract each other. Obviously,
False.
false, right? A charged glass rod attracts a charged plastic rod. Yes, Moss. Is the statement true or false?
Yes, sir.
Statement number 7. Is that true or false?
Sir, true.
That is. You're answering question number 7.
Yes, sir.
A charged glass rod attracts a charged plastic rod. No, I don't
True,
think so.
sir.
Question number 7. Let me read the question. Charged glass rod. Then it is true. Good. Okay, now so let's skip it here. Other questions we'll be taking in the next class. Okay, now.
Yes, sir.
So if there's any other question in the chapter, please do let me know. Or if there's any question, you can send that in the class also. I mean, in the group as well.
So what
Okay, no?
is the process that keeps the mantle from moving?
Convection current.
Okay, sir.
Convection current. Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's it for today. We'll be meeting in next class then.
Laugh,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Allah Hafiz, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, Sandus. Good evening. How are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
I'm also good. So let's continue from where we left. Acids, bases, and salts. This is the chapter which we were doing. So the last class we did talked about what is acid, what is base. We did discuss about some of the indicators also. Getting it now? Okay, before we move further, do tell me one thing. Like H plus hydrogen, H plus ions are found where in acids or bases?
Sir, acids.
In acids. Okay. Do tell me one more thing. Which is the acid that is found in antesting?
The formic acid.
Formic acid. Good. Okay, is Chakrika here or not?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Okay, so let's continue further. So you have got this phenolphthalein also. So phenolphthalein is also an acid-base indicator, and in fact, it is colorless in acid solution. If you were to dip it in an acidic solution. Good evening. Yeah, Vaiga, how are you?
Yes, I'm good.
Okay, okay. You have joined class after a long time.
Yeah, so actually I was not well and my exams were getting over, so yeah.
Okay, okay. So exams are over now?
Yes, sir, it's over.
Okay, so right now we are revising the chapter acids, bases, and salts. Okay, no? So
Okay, sir.
you continue from here. So
Okay,
we
sir.
have several indicators to test for test for acid or a base, right? For example, you
So,
have yes.
so do you have to write all of this again?
No, there's no need to write all of this again. We are just revising it. Okay.
Okay, sir.